Tell me why they gave me a quotation of 700,000 Kenyan kizungumkuti ilikuja month 2. The second month, oh my god, it was so bad. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be very personal, real, raw, and just a reminder that when life knocks you down, the universe usually finds a way to bring you right back up. So I'm gonna be talking about how I managed to start my business with almost no capital after I lost my job. So yeah, let's talk, and I'll start from the top. When I lost that job, honestly, it felt like a punch in the stomach. And it was not even because of the money, but because of the routine, the life, the people, and everything else that I'd created around that job. And this hit me really hard because everything came crashing within a span of 1 week. If you watched the video that I made around that time when I was being let go, you saw how I had just moved from making a vlog of day in the life of a realtor, and then I was going to work there, and then the next week was me literally being let go. I can actually say that it caught me very much off guard because I had literally given my everything to that job, and even if I was to go back right now, I wouldn't change a thing. I gave it my absolute best. I did it to the best of my ability. And me being let go honestly felt like a stab in the back. But at the same time, I really, really needed that push to get out of that place so that it can give birth to other beautiful things. Because after that, I feel like I was able to now come back to who I am actually, to the things that I love. You've seen me posting frequently. You've seen me up and down selling these soaps. And yeah, I absolutely appreciate that happened right at that time. I couldn't even see past through being let go, but at this point in life, I'm actually so glad that they forced me to leave that place because I couldn't have brought myself to leaving. So one day during those dark days, because they were honestly one of my darkest days in life.
One day I was just laying in bed, looking at the ceiling, thinking about absolutely nothing, and just wondering what life has become, because this is definitely where I thought I'd be at this stage of my life. And I just remember getting back up, going to the washroom, coming out of the washroom, washing my hands, and that moment when I was drying them, my hands on the paper towel, I remember feeling very dry. And I was like, oh my god, I had oiled them. They were soft just a minute ago. Why the hell do they feel this way? And then I realized kumbe it was the hand wash that I was using. Now that is where the idea literally came from, because I thought, why do I have to wash my hands with these hand washes that leave me feeling dusty and dry when I'm able to make something that is luxurious, good quality, and something that can leave the hand, smelling nicely and feeling soft.
From then onwards, I almost went on a frenzy of researching, Googling, looking at the market, going to hotels, supermarkets and everywhere and seeing what kind of products were in the market. I almost went crazy because I could wake up, shower, get to researching, get to looking at manufacturers and just understanding the industry behind these manufacturers, the soap making and all the chemicals that are involved in this process. So I did that for almost 3 proper weeks, just researching and researching and researching. And I thought to myself, one, I'm able to do this by my own, in my own house. But if I find somebody who is experienced in this market and has been able to create products and tell them about my vision, they'll be able to help me create exactly what I want, because I didn't want to come on here sijui nianze kutengeneza masabuni, just trying errors and end up producing something that's not really good for the skin. So that's how I ended up choosing the manufacturer route. So I had eyed from all the market research that I had done, I had eyed this one manufacturer who produced such good quality soaps already. They're already in the market. And I was like, I'd hope and pray that God helps me to be able to work with these people. So I started calling them. Most of the time I couldn't even get a meeting in because I think they were in a very busy quarter, and eventually I got a meeting in. Once I got in, I got to sit down with the production team. I explained for them my vision. I said that I wanted a product similar to the one that they have, but one that had my input in it. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I got to sit down with them. They started giving me sample. We started creating. They started adding in my inputs and the oils that I wanted them to add in. And eventually, after maybe 2 or 3 weeks of just sampling and just seeing how the products work with the different ingredients that I wanted to add back into them, I was ready because I had achieved the kind of product that I wanted. After that, I came back home and then asked them to give me a quotation. If they were able to produce this for me, how much could it cost? Sasa, tell me why they gave me a quotation of 700,000 Kenyan. I was like, yeah, I totally understand that you get my vision and you see what I want and you are able to create that for me, but hey, zamani 700,000 na mimi sina pesa, mimi tu ni mkulima mdogo zamani. So again, now we had to go back in, see how it could be possible to get this product without having to spend all that money. And I think this is the point where I need to mention that when God is on your side, favor and grace will follow you. Upende usipende, because I think that's what happened. Because they usually don't do this. They usually don't just give somebody the product without having the stamps and everything in it. And Mungu tu alifanya miujiza yake and they kubalid kunipatia the product. Just the product, not doing all the other parts. So that meant that in as much as the cost of production had reduced significantly, now I had to do all the other things by myself. I had to do the packaging, branding, marketing, stocking, sales, and everything else that couldn't be catered for by just that price reduction. I had to do it by myself. So I went ahead and started looking for unique packaging designs, which I ended up landing on these nice bottles. So I got the packaging materials and then I started on the branding itself. I did the graphics design myself and then went up and got the stickers printed. And at this point, wacha tu niwaambie, hizi vitu zote nimewaambia, it's just a walk in the park, because now the real test comes in when you have the product. Now you need to sell it. And actually, I think I'm even missing the point of the video, because I was supposed to tell you how I ended up getting the money to fund this. So I got the money from my friend. My friend loaned me a big part of the money, and then the rest of the money I got from the bank. So in total, I ended up spending 170,000. 100,000 came from my friend, Alinipatia, and then we sat down, had a structure of how I'll be able to pay her back monthly installments, and as well as the bank. Niko na record mzuri na bank, so I I was able to get an sorry, I was able to get an unsecured loan from the bank, and that's the money now I use to put in the business. And also, this could literally not be possible if I was not a trustworthy person. And this one time yenye nimeona kukuwa mtu mzuri inaweza kusaidia kwa biashara, because my friend just gave me the money because I just sat down with her nikamexplainia my situation, and she just saw how passionate I was about this. She was like, I trust that if I give you this money, you won't be able to run away with it. And that's how I ended up getting the money. So after nipatia pesa, I just yote ilienda tu kwa biashara, and then obviously the money from the bank, which now was able to do the branding, packaging, the carrier bags and all that, and a little bit of marketing. And I was now able to even put in few samples for some of the clients that were going out. So essentially all this to say, kuwa mtu mzuri, be a trustworthy person. When people lend you money, give them back when you're supposed to, or when you said you were supposed to. And if you're not even able to do that, just come to the table, waambie that this is what is happening, I can be able to do this and this and this. Because my first 1 month was really, really good, and my strategy was nitaanza na my close family and friends, and then from there I'll get referrals, and then I'll build a system where I have like repeat clients. And that actually worked the first month. It was so good. Honestly, I made good sales the first 1 month, and that was allowed me to pay the installment to my friend and a little bit of money back to the bank. And now kizungumkuti ilikuja month 2. The second month, oh my god, it was so bad, because essentially hand wash haishangi na siku moja, especially if you're staying by yourself. You know how long it can take for the hand wash kuisha, and even the shower gel. So wale wa kurudia bado haijaisha, sasa hawezi rudia bado. So I had to push myself. I could even go some days, 2 days bila hata kuuza, 3 days bila kuuza, and it almost took a toll on me. All that to say, my sales on the second month were not really that good as I had hoped for them to be. And I even didn't I wasn't even able to raise the installment that I was supposed to pay back my friend. So nilimlipa tu kitu kidogo and then went back to her, told her the situation. She literally understood. I showed her my records. I showed her the be transparent. Honestly, if you are in that situation, show them your business records. Wambie, this is what I have in the inventory, this is what I have in the bank, this is what the business is able to run on, so you can't touch these. And if you have good friends like I do, honestly, asante sana, if you have good friends, they'll be able to understand you, because that's what happened. She understood my situation. I paid back what I was able to, and I'm still in the process of, paying back kidogo kidogo. But I can say that this is a very fulfilling journey that I took. It is honestly more than just a business. Naweza sema ni spiritual, because it draws you closer to God. You have to come back to yourself to be able to run a business, be able to understand that there are days that it can be bad. Imefika 6 o'clock, so I need to start getting ready for the gym. Anyway, it can take a toll on you, honestly. But yeah, long story short, I started my business. It's still in that phase where it hasn't stabilized yet, but I am so glad that I started this journey to bring it gave me more than even the financial stability. It's given me clarity, peace of mind, and just that resilience to keep waking up and push myself, instead of just being in bed and just rotting there. So yeah, that is my little story behind this. And please go ahead and order. Haziko expensive. Hand wash ni 150, shower gel ni 300. So go ahead and order. I do free deliveries on Fridays and Saturdays, and I'll be happy to deliver them to you. Okay, all right. So that is it for me. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. But for now, bye bye.